This tomato sauce tastes like it's been simmering for an hour, but it hasn't. All I added was about a half teaspoon of this fish sauce. Now, if you smell this stuff on its own, it's intense. It doesn't smell like something that should improve tomato sauce. And yet a few drops can make a dish taste noticeably deeper. So today, I want to figure out why that happens. Fish sauce shows up in a lot of cuisines, but most of the time it's treated like a specialty ingredient. But what if it's something much simpler? What if it's mostly just salt with built-in savoriness? If that's true, we should be able to see that effect in a few everyday dishes. So today, we're running a quick flavor investigation to find out what fish sauce actually does in cooking. Hi, I'm Chris. I'm a medium-level cook with rare-level curiosity. This is Rarely Well Done. Fish sauce is made from fermented anchovies, which means it's packed with the same savory compounds we've been talking about. So in theory, it should behave a lot like salt, just with more going on. The question is, does it actually show up in the food? Could it improve something simple like eggs, tomato sauce, or roasted vegetables? First, I'll take a raw taste. Just a few drops is all I need. Woo! Very salty, very fishy forward, but there's a lot of savoriness there. It's really good stuff, actually. On to eggs. I'll crack open a couple of eggs like the amateur I am. Please let me know in the comments that I'm not alone on this, and eggshells happen to you too. Anyway, we'll do a basic scramble with some salt and pepper and begin our test. Yeah, properly salted, properly cooked. I think these are pretty decent eggs to begin with. Now, can a few drops of fish sauce improve them? 2, 3. Okay, that's really good. It didn't feel like it was missing any salt before. And I still don't feel like it's missing any salt. I don't feel like it's over salted. I feel like it's still just about the same salt level, maybe a little more intense, but I taste a lot more of the stuff I want to taste in the eggs. I don't taste any fishiness at all. Yeah, it's amazing. Just a few drops made that much of a difference. It's pretty good. Despite its strong smell, fish sauce kind of burrows into a dish. Once it's in there, it just disappears underground. You don't really taste fish sauce anymore. The whole dish just gets deeper. Now for the tomatoes. I'll saute a little minced garlic first, then add a basic can of tomato sauce and salt. We'll give that a few minutes and try our next test. On a flavor control panel, fish sauce turns 2 dials. The panel has fat, salt, umami, sweetness, and acid, heat, and aromatics to top it off. Fish sauce brings saltiness, but also enhances the umami, strengthening the foundation of the whole dish. Yeah, pretty much like a sauce out of a can, enhanced with a little bit of garlic and just salted. It is at a proper salt level. 1, 3. I think it was just like 4 drops in this whole pan. Just trying to mix it in there thoroughly. Okay, that's noticeably more savory. It's kind of subtle. It's not any more salty, which is weird. It's got a little extra oomph to it, like it's been simmering on the stove a lot longer than it has. In reality, it's been on the stove maybe, 10 minutes. That has a lot more depth than I expected. Huh. Now, regular viewers might be thinking, this feels familiar, and it is. We did 2 similar tests with MSG. So I think how this works is I just point, and it appears. Yeah, I'll take care of this one for you. There you go. Awesome. My VO guy is awesome. Thanks. Anyway, MSG has a similar savory effect, but fish sauce adds a little more. You might also think, why not just use soy sauce? Well, you could, but soy sauce adds a recognizable flavor of its own on top of the dish. And it's a good flavor, but you might not want that. Fish sauce mostly disappears and makes the background flavor stronger without adding any new distinctive flavors of its own. Next, can it improve roasted vegetables? We'll slice up some baby carrots and toss them in salt and oil. By the way, you can also cook with fish sauce earlier in a dish, but when you do that, it's a little harder to isolate what it's doing, and it's easier to overdo it. Once there's too much, it stops disappearing and starts becoming the main flavor. Now, there are dishes that lean into that, like the intriguing fish sauce caramel, but that's a very different approach to balancing. Today, I'll just pop these into my googly-eyed air fryer and finish with the fish sauce so we can continue exploring what happens when it stays in the background. Here, real-time me is noticing that the carrots are properly seasoned and properly roasted. Time to add the fish sauce. 34 drops. That is noticeably more tasty, and it's a very small amount of the stuff. And it's hard to describe exactly what it is. It's not saltiness because it was already properly salted before. Yeah, that fish sauce, I think it's kind of disappeared. I can't pick out fish sauce in this. What I can pick out is that something has changed and it tastes better, more savory, more interesting. Before I didn't even know something was missing, and now I could tell that the fish sauce fixed what was missing. I'm impressed. The easiest way to think about fish sauce is this. It's basically salt with built-in savoriness. Once it gets into a dish, it kind of burrows in and hides, strengthening the whole thing from the background. Like the bass in music, you don't always notice it directly, but without it, everything sounds a little thin. Now, the goal of this channel is to help you build a toolbox of ingredients you can use to improve almost anything you cook. Fish sauce just happens to be one of the simplest tools in that toolbox. I hope I've encouraged you to try something new. Thanks for watching.